Morning, everyone. Ed Bates again from Kilworth Chiropractic Clinic, and welcome to today's Daily Dose. Yesterday I talked about the physiology, slightly dry topic, behind tissue healing and how our goal is to get you or take you from here in a state of dysfunction, weakness, stiffness, and pain back to or as close to optimal function as we can achieve. Now, the trouble is just relying on some tissue work, some stretching, some exercises, a little bit of a wait and see philosophy. The best case scenario is that this process can take 12 to 18 months. The worst case scenario, as many of you are experiencing, is that this process doesn't reverse and things slowly and progressively gets worse, stiffer, more pain. So how many of you can testify to that experience? However, what we're going to talk about today is how chiropractic care can actually accelerate this process. And when you're under chiropractic care, there's really, in effect, 3 phases of this healing process. And that's what we're going to talk about today. The first phase is what we call the reorganization. The reorganization phase. And this is where our specific adjustments begin the process of correcting proper and optimal movement to your joints. And in that corrective process, we're helping to reorganize your muscles, your tissues, your ligaments, and significantly and most importantly, your nervous system. Now, in this phase, because a lot of you have been stuck for a long time, it is likely for you to experience soreness, tiredness, indeed a little bit of pain. And it's just like if you haven't worked out in a gym for a long time, you can get pretty sore when you first go back to working out as your body starts adapting to the new stress and the new exercise. And it's that type of response that you'd expect to experience with chiropractic care at the beginning. So although our adjustments are very, very gentle, they're very specific, and they're very low force, you may experience a little discomfort. However, one thing's for certain is that you're certainly going to begin to become a little more aware of what's going on in your body. And it's really funny when we talk about awareness, because when people first come to see me, they often think that what they want is to feel less. In fact, that's what they often ask for. They want to feel less pain or less numbness or what have you. Yet my job is actually the complete opposite. My job is to make you feel more. In other words, make you more aware. So it's much like if I was to stand on your foot, it's going to hurt. But what happens if I stay there for too long or for long enough? What you'll find is the pain actually starts easing off. Why? Because your foot will eventually go numb. And this is what most of society is going through at the minute from there, is because they are literally numb from here downwards. Their brains are completely disconnected from the rest of their bodies. They're not being aware. They're ignoring feelings. But what happens is with your foot is when I take my foot or the pressure off your foot, what's going to happen? The pain will come back, which although may be really uncomfortable, it is a really good thing as we're waking you up. We're removing the pressure. So we want you to feel more, as the likelihood is that you've been neglecting a part or parts of your body for years. So we need you to be more aware. Now, the second phase is our adaptation phase. So adaptation phase. Now, when you first come in, you may have a slightly antalgic or twisted posture or a wonky head tilt or something like that. And when we start making those corrections and adjusting the areas of dysfunction, the likelihood is that these areas of dysfunction and wonky positions may slowly start easing. But the trouble is, particularly if you've been stuck for a long time, the likelihood is that your brain, your body, your muscles, and your nervous system will revert back to what it's used to. And your muscles will pull you back into that weird position. But what happens is over time, as your brain and body and nervous system get used to moving correctly again, you start adapting to this new position and you find center and ease, and then you're able to hold that position for longer and longer periods. And that brings us to the final phase, which is what we call, the integration phase. And this is where your body and your nervous system are holding your adjustments for longer and longer, and you're no longer focusing on the crisis, but you're looking more to the bigger long-term picture and wellness, and you're beginning to operate and significantly function more optimally. So these are our 3 phases of chiropractic care. Hope they're of use. And again, if you have any comments or queries, don't hesitate to ask. And of course, if you need our help, we're here for you. Do message me if you need anything. Have a great day. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay happy. And we'll see you tomorrow.